Hello guys, today I finally have another video. I barely do any redstone anymore, but I'm still online pretty much every day on Synergy, so if you want to show me something or whatever, you can just join that server. However, I came up with a new door concept, which is um, interesting, I would say. So I actually did the wiring for that. I made an initial design with Spacewalker and got some help from Sydney, but it was quite slow, so I made two different designs, with this one being the final one, and I got a tiny bit of help from Sacred with this blue circuit. Um, Anyhow, it's expandable 3x3 inverted funnel door, I suppose, so I will just show what it does. Oh, some lag. I'm on the server, so yeah, that's the opening. As said, it's expandable, so this is the deepest you can make it with my current setup. In theory, you could do the extending a bit different, and then it could be indefinitely expandable, but not with my current control circuit. But you can make it shorter if you want. You can also decide to make this uh, cold block stop in the door instead of being flush, so it wouldn't be inverted funnel door, it would just be normal 3x3. Yeah, anyhow, this was obviously just made for the animation. It's, it's not useful, it's really slow obviously, but I think it just looks really cool, way cooler than tiling normal 3x3s after one another. So I will show you the redstone. Okay, so here's the wiring for it. As you can see, it's just one layer repeated like 12 times, I believe. And then I have some signal strength inputs on the side, right there on either side. And then I have this blue circuit, which basically just increases the signal strength slowly and decreases it slowly. Before I actually had a signal strength counter and some clocks, but then Sacred came along and questioned why I did that pretty much, and then just made this for me instead. And indeed, this is way better. Yeah, the thing I made gave me some more control over the clock speed. Like I could easily change the repeaters, but even with this, I could do that without too much effort. So yeah, this is just way better in the end, way smaller for sure. Um, and then I have actual block storage back here as well, but I will show that later. So yeah, it's just one layer tiled multiple times. So for every layer, what it first does is activate this input, and that basically just activates the ether door pretty much. It's just the outer blocks with a gap in the middle. And then we have this other input, and that places a piston in the middle and activates it with a one tick, such that if there's a block right there in front of it, it will actually spit that out or pull it back in, like so. So yeah, the observer here activates it through a bud, and then this thing arrives at exactly at the correct time in order to um, be updated by itself, and then this piston retracts that block for a second to actually um, update it once that power is gone again, to make it a one tick pulse instead of a 1.5 tick when it updates by itself. Um, so yeah, I've gone through like three versions of this layer, um, and the first version is the one I made with space, and it was a bit overcomplicated really, and it was really slow as well. So then I made a second, which was a bit better, but still um, not good enough because I basically used the double at the top in order to push the piston back down, which means that the opening is actually way, or not opening, but removing this piston back again is actually way slower. So that made it such that every layer could only activate 10 ticks after the other layer, whereas now with this design it's 5 ticks. So yeah, as you can see, this layout it's pretty good. It's quite fast. So this was the best layout I could come up with. Maybe even better layout exists. And yeah, that's basically all. So that signal strength just activates this thing first for every layer in order to close it, and then a couple of ticks after this signal strength catches up to actually push the block forwards. And then when it opens, it does the reverse. It first depowers here and then depowers there. If you want to make this into a normal 3x3 door instead of the inverted funnel one, you can also just remove that dust and then it will work perfectly well just as a normal 3x3. And then all that's left here is a triple piston extender with a double piston extender here. So this is basically what retrieves the gold block and actually stores it. So if we activate this, there you go. So it actually retracts it beneath the floor, and as you could see, these blocks also stay extended here until this thing is actually hidden to make the animation nicer, because otherwise you would see the pistons, and I wanted to hide the pistons as much as possible. And they are pretty much entirely hidden now, which is very nice. So yeah, that's basically it. I will give one demonstration as well with the blocks missing here, so you can actually see the pistons do their thing, like so. So yeah, everything is just timed perfectly in order to get that nice animation. But they are actually several layers working together at once, basically. And yeah, that's it for this design. I really like it myself. I would like to see more things similar to this. If anyone is inspired, show me your thing when you make something similar. Yeah, I will probably not make a video anytime soon again, but I'm pretty much always on Synergy, so I will leave the IP in the description and you can just hop on and show me stuff if you feel like it. So that's it. See you all later. Bye.